Well, holy shit. Looks like we're live. I'll see if I have anything to say tonight. Kind of think about doing this for a while because it's kind of been a while, but I don't know, man. It's weird because I've been in this fucking rap thing, which is kind of tripping me out because hey, first guy on, welcome Joel, man. Good to hear from you. I actually, just so y'all know, too, I set this thing, hey, Mick, right on, welcome. Sir Meatwad, awesome. I set the thing on super low latency because you know how sometimes when you're, like, having these things, it takes a while for, Luis, right on, man. Thanks for joining. You know, it, like, takes a while. Like, you type something in there, and then it takes, like, 10 minutes for the person who's doing the stream to, like, see it and respond to it. So I set it to super low latency, so hopefully that'll be a little bit better. But, you know, let me know if it still kind of sucks. Hopefully it won't. So, yeah. Yeah. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I gotta open the shit up so I can see. Sorry, I just want to make sure I can see the chat here. Yeah, and I'm really kind of winging it, because I've been, like, trying to think of a topic and shit, just kind of haven't gotten around to it. So, fuck it, you know. This thing is going to get hit with a fuckload of ads, I can tell you right now, too, and you're watching it later. Like, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, like, put on an ad blocker or something. And I just know this because, like, this is the shit I feel like listening to, but it's all, like, big labels and shit. We know that they're a bunch of greedy motherfuckers, so. So, here's what I'm going to start with. First of all, I'm going to start with these fucking chops, which I figured I'd let y'all enjoy just one more time because they're not going to last all that long. But I've never done this shit before, and man, they look goofy as fuck. I actually have jury duty tomorrow. I think I'm going to wear these to jury duty. Let's see if it helps or not. Here's something else I've got to show off that might be a little bit interesting. So, yeah, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Colosseum, the website. It's put together by this guy named Dan in Sweden, I'm pretty sure. It might be Norway, but I'm 95% sure he's in Sweden. And he's, like, reviewed all sorts of shit on there. And there's a forum that was pretty hopping for a while. The best thing for my money is, like, he cataloged all these labels and shit. So if you're a label geek like me, you can go there and see what they did. Dude also generally has pretty good taste. Yeah, Lemmy. Here's the thing, it's a lot shorter than Lemmy. It's way better groomed. There's just no way it's going to last long enough for fucking Lemmy to do that. For this to turn into a Lemmy. Anyway, so fucking Dan generally has good taste, right? So if he, like, has something like one of his favorite lists, a lot of times I'll just check it out just for the hell of it. I mean, if it's expensive, I'll sample it. But if it's like $10, like, what the fuck, you know? So this is one I actually sampled, but he likes Corrosia Metalla, which is this fucking Russian band, right? Look how fucked up that cover is. That's all in Cyrillic and shit. See that shit? Corrosia Metalla. And I don't even know what that says. Oh, sadism is what that is in Cyrillic. But, yeah, so I was kind of curious to hear this. It's like early 90s, but I'm kind of feeling a little more favorably disposed towards early 90s thrash. I'm largely going to kind of all the Jesus shit I've discussed. Yeah, and check this out. So, yeah, it's kind of a dopey-ass picture of those fuckers, right? And fucking the collage and all that shit. So I'm all set to put this fucker on, right? And, oh, shit, you see that? Fuck. You see that? Look at that. That's a fucking nightmare. Now, the fact is, my record player is probably forgiving enough that if I sort of, like, squeeze this shit together, it'll probably track it. But this isn't really a record that I'm really going to, like, take my chances with, because the needle is worth a lot more than the fucking record. So that's a little bit of a bummer, you know? So I don't have any Corrosia Metalla on record. I was hoping to have one. I suppose, I don't know, I mean, I've heard that, I don't know, some of the shit's kind of like comedy shit, and some of it's kind of sketchy, but, I don't know, man, I figure I don't know what the fuck they're talking about anyway, and I don't care, so, yeah, so if y'all are Corrosia Metalla fans, I don't know how much effort I'm really going to go to get more of this shit, But, you know, if I'm missing out on something really tremendous, let me know, because, you know, I'm not going to go to a fuckload of effort to get this, but a little conversation starter there, though, right? Someone, actually one of the guys who started High Roller Records, actually, like years and years ago, he sent me a picture, which I assume had come in his mail, but it was a fucking Street Child record that had been smashed, you know? And, yeah, if you look up the prices on that one, that's, like, even sadder than that thing, you know? Because it's like, you know, it's whatever, it's a $20 record or something, but that other one, not so much. Shane, right on, man. Welcome. Good to see you. So, dude, I haven't been on Grown Man Record Night lately because I can't get that fucking chat to work on my, laptop anymore. I don't know what the hell it is, but like no matter what I do, it always says you got to enable Flash, and I tried 5 different ways to enable Flash. It just fucks me, man. So yeah, it bums me out, man, because I really enjoy Grown Man Record Night, but you know. That's interesting. You're having the same problem with that shit. All right, so this is Big Daddy Kane. So as y'all know, I'm very new to rap, so I'm really checking out the basics. But it's a weird thing because, like, I worked in a record store from, like, 90-ish to 93-ish. So, like, I know all these names. You know, it's like, oh, so this guy is good. This guy who I thought was just a fucking dipshit when I was, you know, 19 and, like, too smart to give a chance to someone called Big Daddy anything, you know. But it's actually hilarious. I'm trying to decide if I want to, like, show these records or not, or just let it go. Is anyone interested in the rap shit or no? This is the sort of thing I think I'm going to do in a regular, excuse me, video, just because I'm too fucking ignorant, you know. All right, let's bust some of this shit out. Let me grab some. Alright, this is actually not all rap. This is just like sort of a new arrival stack that also has some metal in it. Shit. There's probably more metal than not. There's a record show in Columbia just like a couple weeks ago. So, hey, Video Faustus, man, right on. Alright, so this is what we're listening to right now. Look at that shit. I mean, that's really kind of hard to argue with, you know. Fucking long live the Kane, man. There he is. Yeah, and on the back, they're fucking playing Trouble. If you look closely, you see that? I think that's, I don't know what they were thinking when they did that, but that's the best part. They're fucking playing Trouble, you know, the game where you, like, pop the fucking dice or whatever. So, yeah, quality cover, man. I'll say, oh, shit. There was no Brisket chat, but, all right, Mr. Bizarro. First of all y'all have a look at Mr. Bizarro. Everyone say hello to Mr. Bizarro because he hasn't been on for a while. You want a little Brisket chat? Because I'll take a quick break, all right? There's like this much brisket left, and I'll show it off. I made pastrami, like homemade pastrami recently. And Mr. Bizarro saw a couple pictures of when it was brining. Hang on a sec. I'll just bust it out. Fuck it. All right, here we go. I got a drink too, but I think I talked about this one in the last video. So, all right, so check this out. We're gonna do a little Brisket chat here. So, I don't know if any of you ever tried making corned beef from scratch, but you know those ones you get at the grocery store, like in the fucking packets and shit. Oh yeah, some meat picks right on. So I don't know who, if you ever made corned beef from scratch, it is the best fucking thing. Those things you get at the supermarket, those are good, okay? They're really good. But you fucking actually make the brine yourself, and you fucking leave it in your fridge for like 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that. And you do it with all the fucking, you know, just the juniper berries and all the other shit. It's beautiful. So what I did is I actually made 2 whole briskets. And I had a friend in town. I was too lazy to smoke the shit. So we actually ate one as just corned beef. But the other brisket and a half I smoked and made into pastrami. So this, I swear, there's like 1 sandwich's worth left here. This is the very last of it. So check this out. Let's see that shit. This is a little bit of the point, actually. Where's my camera? There you go. You see that marbling in there? We fucking warm this shit up. This piece looks even better. But this came out just great. You see you got that red there? That's actually from the saltpeter and the fucking corned beef. And then I put some rub on there and smoked it. Dude. This is one of the best things I've ever fucking made. Look at this. It's all falling apart and shit, too. Yeah. There's a little bit of brisket talk. Now, brisket chat. So, yeah, as some of you may know, I lived in Texas for about 1.5 years. Spencer was actually born in Texas. And right on, Jay's checking it out too. Yeah, hey, check it out. This is literally it, man. This is like one decent sandwich. You can see that? That's it. That's what's left from 2 briskets, 2 whole briskets. Okay, you know, the flat and the point. I like cut them myself and shit. Trimmed them down because, you know, when you fucking, if I'm like right on Punk. Okay, Punk Texas. Someone with Texas in the name. He knows about brisket. Okay, so yeah, I keep losing my fucking train of thought because this is just so sublime, right? Oh yeah, so typically because of the Texas thing, right? If I make a brisket, you know, you just put the whole fucking thing in there, right? I mean, there's all that extra fat on there. But, you know, you just sort of do your thing, and it's fine. You can fucking smoke it. I use the mesquite wood, because that's something I got in Texas. But I thought that would be too strong for the pastrami I was going for. So, I actually went for the hickory wood for that. And I just put on kind of an ordinary rub. I mean, just like I'm pretty sure it was a store-bought one. But nothing like really extravagant, you know what I mean? Just like with enough sugar to sort of caramelize on there. And, you know, sort of get that extra sort of, you know, oomph that you want in your pastrami. Man, it was so fucking good. Let me tell you, dude. It was fucking fantastic. I didn't try applewood chips, Mr. Bizarro. Now, Jay is asking if I'm a London broil fan. I do like London broil just fine, but I don't think I've ever had a London broil that really knocked me on my ass, is the reality. And maybe I just haven't done it right. Maybe I just haven't had the right cut or something, but yeah. It kind of just didn't work out that way. So let's bust this thing out here. This is the Cock and Bull Bitter Orange. I'm about 90% sure I did this in my last regular video, but I got 2 of these and it's really fucking good and I feel like drinking it right now. And since we're going casual right now anyway, fuck it. So you see all that shit on the bottom there? I couldn't really show it last time, but that's what I'm trying to get off, and I'm like messing with it and shit. Hey, Nasty Metal. Hey, you missed Brisket Talk. Or what does he call it? Brisket Talk or Brisket Speak? So I'm just trying to get the shit off the bottom of this. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. So listen, one last thing on the pastrami. I'm sorry, my nose is so fucking itchy today. I keep doing this. I think it's a mustache, actually. I'm not used to this shit. Alton Brown's recipe is the shit. Now, I looked at his blog or something like that where I found some weird-ass recipe that just wasn't the same, right? But the original recipe that he did on the Good Eats show, that's the one that I've used like maybe 3 times now, and it is fucking sublime, man. Everyone I've ever, like, for me and anyone I've fed it to, the reason this is the first time I made pastrami, is because that fucking shit doesn't last long enough, right? Like, you make a corned beef of that caliber, and you're not going to wait for another day to smoke it, because that's what a brisket takes, you know? You can't just, like, you don't just fucking, it's not like smoking a chicken, you know? You got to put a little love into it and take your time, you know? The Texans going to know that. Any other Texans, too. Man, I love the fucking quinine in this shit. I'm so obsessed. It's ridiculous, man. I used to drink tonic water a lot. Put some love in your chicken. You know, that would be a good t-shirt. Like, we can put Thumbfinger's name on it, but we don't have to. Just like a t-shirt that says, put some love in your chicken. I just like, you can see how dirty people's minds are when they read it based on what they assume. Like, oh, you must be talking about barbecue. That'll be like one person in 100 thinking that, you know? And probably a girl. All right. So, want to see some more records? Or are we going to talk about food some more? Here's another one. Fucking. Yeah, this is a really good record, man. This is a little bit late, too. I've kind of been going for, like, the golden era shit because I don't know anything. But, oh, man. Dude, fucking, I've been missing the fucking show because my chat is all jacked. I was saying something earlier to Shane, but, man, I've tried to tune into Grown Man Record Night, like, the last, 3 weeks, and I can't get the chat to work, man. It's frustrating as fuck. So, yeah, you did mention this one, Sir Meatwad. A couple people mentioned this one to me, actually, including, hey, you know who actually gave me a lot of the tips was the Bossman. Since we have Grown Man Record Night guys on there, he was actually the first guy I reached out to before I made a video soliciting advice or anything. And this is on the Bossman's list. So, I got the hookup. That was, the one hookup. And then the other one was from just a guy at my local shop here. So, yeah, this one right here, little ice motherfucking tea. Just listen to this one earlier. It's amazing. This is 80 for 88. How, even though the, synthesizers and shit sound so primitive on this one and, the drum machines and that, it's amazing how fully realized this record still sounds, you know? Of course, it's so classic, you know? All right, this one actually showed in the video, but I played it again earlier today, man. It's just so fucking good, man. It's funny because this was so scary back in the day, right? When this came out, everyone's parents were like, oh my God. And I already was into metal, so I already had my own shit with that. I wasn't going to go borrow trouble on this shit. But yeah, I mean, I never had any beef with NWA, but I just didn't really care about it because it wasn't my thing, you know? But this record is fucking hilarious, man. It is so funny. It's it's like gangster shit. It's all gangster, but the way they talk about it, oh my God, it's awesome. The idea that anyone who fucking gets upset about this record or something just completely missed the point, I think, man. So that's funny about the Mad Villain album. So the Mad Villain album was apparently inspired by the Madonna debut. So, all right, so what's next? How about this one? I haven't even played this one yet. You want to listen to the first one together? Or you want to listen to this one for the first time together? Ultramagnetic MCs, debut of Kool Keith. Better crack this open, huh? I have a bunch of shit here, man. It's fucking nuts, man. Really been kind of going crazy. All right. Yeah, there we go. It's cracked. All right, let's bust this bad boy out. Just giving someone a chance to object to Ultramagnetic MCs. I have no idea if this is any good. I just heard it's known, you know, and I've been just checking out whatever I can get my fucking hands on. So I know Kool Keith is on it. I think Dr. Octagon is pretty damn good. Someone recommended that in that video, too. That might have been you, Meat, too. I'm not sure, though. I don't remember. I think one or two people. Look at this vinyl, too, by the way. Check that shit out. You know what's funny is there are a couple people get mad when I say vinyl. That just makes me say it more. So, yeah, actually, speaking of fucking funny comments, I mean, anyone else who makes videos, you probably get a funny comment from time to time. And, like, I don't know, I'm sort of balking a little bit saying this because I don't want to be holding a viewer up to ridicule, you know what I mean? I don't want to be a dick like that. But someone left me a comment on one of my last videos, like the Striper one, saying, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it sucks. And I don't really know what to say, you know? Like, there's a part of me that wants to say, you suck. And there's a part of me that wants to say, fuck you, I'm the arbiter, man. If I say it sucks empirically. You know, or just some joke like that, you know what I mean? But on the other hand, I don't just, like, be mean to someone who probably doesn't really get it, you know? Because, I think most of the people who watch my videos kind of know how to take it, you know, especially given that I openly antagonize people so much of the time when I do shit like attack Van Halen, you know. You know, Nate Bouchard watches me, and he's a big fucking Dire Straits fan. I totally get in his face about that shit all the time. We're still friends. All right. See what I missed over here. Oh, hey, Jay's Metal Show. Thanks for joining. Right on. Eat shit, Google. Okay, so old school West Coast rap. That's what I'd heard about this. Ultramagnetic MCs. Stetsasonic, I don't know. I mean, I recognize the name. It's you're hard pressed to come up with a name I haven't heard because I was selling so much of the shit, you know? I remember in the record store, man, when that fucking Vanilla Ice record came out. Like, everyone at the shop, I was working on a Saturday, right? And, like, I literally had a 25 count. Like, everyone had a 25 count of, like, this fucking Vanilla Ice tapes, right? And we were literally walking around and, like, personally sold 25 copies of that tape that day, you know what I mean? And there's, like, in some little suburban shop. This wasn't, like, you know, Times Square or something like that, you know? It's just fucking, it was that huge, so... All right, Shabazz Palaces. Diggable Planets, huh? All right, so I've hesitated on Diggable Planets because they didn't really rip my face off back in the day. But I'm deliberately trying to engage some of the ones I didn't like as much. So, like, I got a copy of The Low End Theory by a Tribe Called Quest. I didn't really think a whole lot of it, right? But I bought it anyway because I actually wanted to sort of come back to it and listen to it and try to digest it, you know what I mean? Another was The Far Side, actually, which I listened to once or twice online, and I didn't really think much of that at all. But it kind of grew on me a little on the second listen, so when I was out yesterday, I just grabbed a copy anyway. Okay, Mos Def's been on my radar, actually. I've been thinking about getting it. It's a little bit later, right? The one the Bossman recommended to me was Black on Both Sides, I think it's called. And that's like 99 or something, so I was holding off on that one a little bit, but I have not checked out Flying Lotus yet. All right, Black Star, Talib Kweli. All right. Good stuff. Okay, hang on. I'm missing some shit here. First couple of Boogie Down Productions. I did grab a copy of, of By All Means Necessary, which I actually had an original of back in the day, so I kind of just wanted that one again, right? But Criminal Minded I need to get one of these days, right? Yeah, Flying Lotus is on my radar. I'll get there. All right, who's newer with old school sound? Oh, Mos Def, okay. Unless I'm missing, yeah. Because that's not, like, new. I mean, like, 99 or something, that's really okay. I mean, I suppose that's maybe, like, tail end of the golden era, but I don't know, man, the whole golden era thing kind of... Here's the thing. On the one hand, like, sort of viscerally, I completely buy into it. Because I remember all the shit, you know what I mean? And it's like now I'm sort of filling in these gaps in my knowledge, you know? I'm still in that stage where, like, I feel like my brain is like this empty vessel. And, like, you're just pouring in, like, knowledge, you know? And, like, every little thing just, like, fills it up a little bit more, you know? Whereas with metal, sort of the incremental value is a lot smaller just because I've been at that for so much longer, you know? But, I heard some of that, I'm totally interested in that modern hip-hop. I had to check out your video. I'm way behind your videos anyway, me. That just kind of comes with the turf, though, you know. All right, get the Black Star record. Okay, I know exactly what record you're talking about, and it's on my radar. That's Mos Def and Talib Kweli together, right? And it has like a red, gold, and green cover, I want to say, like with their heads. It looks like a reggae record, sort of, right? Okay, yeah, I think we're talking about the same one. They actually have that at the shop. I didn't get that because it just I was already spending enough fucking money. That's why. But yeah, that's pretty high on my sort of shit that I plan on getting before too long. Landmark record, good to know. I appreciate the tip on that, Tone, man. Thanks. What the hell though? Let's keep going. So I like the horror shit, right? Because of my whole metal thing. So I actually grabbed this based on their reputation. I was kind of hoping to be a little bit more evil than it actually was. But like when I heard that like the USA was for under Satan's authority, I was like, oh my God, satanic rap sold. Let me take out my wallet right fucking now. You want to hear something? This is so fucking lame. Common. I remember Common got invited to the White House. And there's still a part of me, this is my inner metal guy, I guess, like, get fucking invited to the White House. Yeah, fuck you, man. I don't want to hear that shit, you know? You go hang out with fucking Bruce Springsteen and fucking Stevie Nicks at the fucking White House. And, you know, I'll listen to someone who's actually, like, serious. But I've actually only heard good things about Common. I've never heard a fucking bad thing about him, I don't think, you know what I mean? That's just, like, one of those things where, like, that's my baggage that I'm bringing with me, you know? Yeah, that totally makes sense, Tone, what you're saying about Common getting invited for being conscious on social issues. Wouldn't mind if he had steered Obama a little bit more right, you know, I mean, not right like right wing, but more correct. You know, because I suspect that'd probably be more aligned with his politics than with Obama's. But that's another story. Anyway, I'll check him out one of these days. Here's another one. Grave Diggers. And I'm still kind of assimilating this one, but it's really kind of batshit, and I love that, man. When shit's fucking just insane, I'm all over it. So, I mean, there you go, you know. It's like there's a lot of killing in this shit, but there aren't a whole lot of these where they like revel in the actual death so much, as opposed to like, you know, just getting people out of your way, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm on board with that shit, so. Yeah, here's another one I haven't even listened to yet, man. It's kind of ironic to have a Vinyl Me Please thing on there. But yeah, I was all over that Grave Diggers, man. So, yeah, this just sort of came like that. It's kind of funny, you know. I didn't get this from them, but there we go. Oh, the stereo and TV audio coming out of the submarine, man. I was wondering what you were talking about, actually. I didn't get that, so I didn't mean to blow off your joke, but kind of went over my head, you know. Dude, that fucking DOC record, I'm trying to get it, man. I actually went to the store yesterday because they had a copy, and they had fucking sold it, man, because I heard his voice was fucked. But my guy there at my local shop, his name's Montez, all right? Montez was telling me that's a fucking great record, you know? And I was like, okay, I already have like $200 worth of shit here. Should I get that one? Or he was like, this will still be here. And I went back and it wasn't. Like, God damn it, you know? So, but see, it's reissues though. You know, that's the other thing about this shit, man. There's so much of the stuff you couldn't really get at the time, you know, like in 91, 92, records were really at their low point, you know. So, no, he said the same thing about the second one as far as the DOC. Like, he was in some accident, right, and his voice got all fucked up. Now, I'm actually curious what his voice sounded like after it, like, it had been fucked up, you know what I mean? Because, like, I mean, I like Tom Waits, you know. I'll bet you can't find that DOC record. If I get desperate, Tone, I'll reach out to you, okay? But, like, I can probably find that thing. It doesn't seem like it's... You know, yeah, I'll tell you what else. That was something else. So if you can find either of those first two Jedi Mind Tricks records, someone turned me up onto that shit. And, like, I would love to find those. And I could see that there were reissues printed not too long ago, because originals you can forget about. But it looks like the reissues are, like, $75 a pop now or something like that. So... So if you happen to come across any Jedi mind tricks, yeah. All right, well, the rest of what I got in front of me here is metal. So, you know, so I'm going to grab some more rap because I'm kind of enjoying this. Unless you want to talk about metal. More rap or metal? You tell me. Meanwhile, I'll check what the titles were on those Jedi mind tricks ones. Violent by Design. Someone, when I did that video, sent me a link to Violent by Design by Jedi mind tricks, and it blew me away. And apparently that's the second one. The first one is the psychosocial, chemical, biological, and electromagnetic manipulation of human consciousness. And it's kind of against my principles to be reading this kind of shit off while I'm, you know, doing a video, but I'm not going to count on retaining that title, so. Oh, fucking, my stream health is fucking off right now, so. But this isn't like dick us over again. Uh-oh, my viewers may be experiencing minor issues. Well, I hope y'all aren't. All right, cool. Let's do this. I'll just show the fucking metal records because they're right in front of me, and then we'll go back through it. Okay. Classic is actually, I'm not sure if it's an upgrade or not yet because I haven't compared it to my other copy, but you know. There we go. Thanks, man. That's kind words, Punk Texas. I appreciate it, man, on the checking out the new stuff. I'll tell you, I am kind of proud to be like so old and getting into this shit. That Raekwon's totally on my radar, the tone. But you know something? He's one of the Wu-Tang guys, isn't he? And I've been finding that I really dig the Wu-Tang guys, just sort of generally speaking, you know. So, all right. Let's see. Raven. Here's an Obscuro I was pretty happy to get my hands on. I'll bet no one else has this one, man. Crush, Kill, Destroy by Intruder. This is some great Florida metal, man. Look at those fucking guys. Just 2 songs. But, man, it's not just 2 songs, though. It's 2 songs and that cover. So it's really kind of hard to argue with that shit. Man, here's this Omnitron. Here's another one I got on a kind of Colosseum hype. I haven't even played this one yet. It's supposed to be good. I listened to a couple minutes worth. It was like $10. I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll take a chance. A couple of these I already showed in my last video. Hollow's Eve, The Wasp, Railway. I think I showed that Fist record too. Probably got a copy of this. This fucking Saint record. This isn't quite the same as my other Jesus metal shit because it's a little earlier, but first of all, that cover's so good, man. I mean, how can you argue with that, you know? But second of all, that one's supposed to be better than the EP, which I already have and was kind of lukewarm on, but, you know. Let's see, Baron Rojo, Checkmate. Okay, here's a cool one. I'd never heard of these guys before. This is another one I got turned on to by the Colosseum. This is a little modder sounding for my standards, but it's doomy and just sounds weird and kind of batshit. I've been using that word a lot, but just a little bit crazy. And these guys are fucking Swedish. And, yeah, Stillborn Nocturnals. It's really good, man. Yeah, you're right. Dan can overhype things sometimes. Nasty metal. That is true. But I'll tell you, usually if he's overhyping something, it's still worth a listen, even if it's not the greatest thing ever. So I am not a Keel fan. I do have the first one. I can hang with Keel, but I've never heard any Keel where I was like, oh, this is fucking great. You know, this is just awesome, you know. So, Old Dirty Bastard, huh? All right, cool. All right, so listen, that's the metal. All right, I'm trying to see what else is in here. Okay, there's this one. I didn't show this one either. This is just that reissue though, and I hate records. If it were an original, that'd be a bigger deal. It's German thrash shit that I don't already know, so I've got to check it out, right? Got a Baron Rojo in here. I mean, this fucking Poison record. Y'all probably know about these guys. I'm sure Nasty Metal knows about these guys. the German Poison. It's like super like evil and like blackness shit. But let me put this over there and grab a stack of the other shit. All right. All right, so I'm already fessing up to some shit here because I haven't even played all these yet. All right. It's kind of an awkward place to be sitting here. Right now, this is Ultramagnetic MCs. Oh, yeah, the German Poison. There we go, of course. Yeah, I just fucking dropped this one on my toe, man. Bums me out a little bit, but what the hell. All right. Main source, Breaking Atoms. I've heard this is great. I've heard it's an unusual sound. That's really all I need to hear. This is really good, by this Ultramagnetic. Like, it sounds like the end of the 80s, but it sounds like it's looking forward. It doesn't sound like it's ossified 80s shit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that main source. That was the one where I kind of jumped on it, you know. There's another one that Montez recommended. It's DJ Quick. There's another one I remember from back in the day, man. I remember actually people not seeming to give much of a shit about this one compared with some of the other things. So I was a little bit surprised when it came out on when I saw it on record more recently. I was like, oh, maybe the people like locally were just fucking dumb or whatever. But right on with the Quick. Maybe I'll leave the Quick out for next, man. Although if you just listen to it, maybe I shouldn't. I have a different Outcast, and it might be in this stack. I think it's in a different stack, but we can get to it. All right, here's another one I haven't even played yet, man. Too Short. So, now, since my first list that I got was from the Bossman, right, who's from New York, I got my initial sort of foray was very East Coast heavy. So the shit that I've gotten more recently, I've been trying to go a little bit more West Coast, you know. Here's what I mentioned before, man. This is really kind of outside of my wheelhouse right here, this Far Side shit, because it's a lot more sort of... It has a little bit of a dark edge to it, but this is more of like a fun record, though, Rob. By my standards, this is a fun record. And a lot of times I'm like, you know, fun, you know, I want to hear about like how miserable people are and shit. But I'm really digging this record, man. It's like, it's coming slowly, you know what I mean? Like the first time I listened to Aw Shit, I was like, this is bullshit is what this is, you know? And the second or third time I listened to it, I started to get it a little bit more, man. And yeah, I still haven't played this all the way through, honestly. I listened to, it's two records. All these are doubles. It's funny because they were CD era, right? So that's too much for a single record. So it's all on two, right? This one, I've listened to the first record and really enjoyed it. I haven't sat down and gone all the way through it, but that digestion business is still in process. So point of getting this was to challenge myself a little bit, though, because it was outside of my wheelhouse. So yeah, so I appreciate the feedback there from Eat Shit Google and Tone. Right on. Here's another one. There's another one the Bossman recommended to me. Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity. I saw that Cypress Hill comment from Eat Shit, but give it a couple minutes. We'll get there. So, yeah, I haven't played this one yet either. This one? You can get this record signed for me? God, Tony, you probably know everyone. I forgot you were like working in the business out there and shit, man. God damn. All right, well, let me think about that. I didn't even want to go too far down that path. So, okay, I listened to a piece of this, man. All right. I took it easy on the Snoop because I sampled Snoop and it was a little bit guilty. It was not guilty. It was a little bit goofy for my taste, okay? But the first time on sort of this recent, like, sort of comeback thing, I listened to The Chronic online, I didn't like it at all either. Which is funny because I remember like what a major album that was when it came out, right? And how it blew everyone's mind. That was like Snoop's like first sort of exposure. I listened to it, I was like, man, this is bullshit. But I said, fuck it. I went out and bought a copy anyway, partially because I found it at Target. At my local Target, they had a copy of The Chronic. I was like, I picked it. I was with Spencer. I was like, I'm going to buy this record. He was like, you're going to buy a fucking Dr. Dre? How do you find a Dr. Dre record at the at Target? So anyway, I brought it home because Tone's like freaking out here, right? I brought it home. I loved it. I totally enjoyed it. I just need to sit down and like internalize it, you know? I'll tell you, I would kind of make a lot of this, but there is that's funny, and eat shit's hating on Dre, so you two can fight it out, man. But I'm just absorbing it all, man. It's all like so new to me. If I don't like something, I'm at a stage where if I listen to something and I don't like it, I assume it's me, it's not the record. So I'll just like give myself a couple days and come back to it. You know what I'm saying? All right, I have a copy of Death Certificate coming in the mail, but I have no Ice Cube solo right now. Oh yeah, so that's just the thing though, man, is like when I was listening to it in the headphones at work, it didn't really do much for me. But when I came home and listened to it, I was like, God, this is awesome, you know? So anyway, this one, what is that, UGK, Underground Kings? I listened to a little piece of this one online and really liked it. So Pocket Full of Stones, I thought was a great song. And that's about all I know. Mostly they're still fucking sealed, man. Like I said, I kind of feel like a dick showing the shit off. And what I'm really talking about is like how, you know, how much money I've spent, or how much I've run up my credit cards, I should say. But, you know, that's the way it goes. I'll pay it back. This is another Bossman suggestion. Mobb Deep. I haven't fully assimilated this one yet either, but it's funny. This is like on the other end of the spectrum as far as being serious. There's actually a lot more serious than I expected it to be, man. And I was digging this. So, Tone, right on, man. If I've got Tone's thumbs up, I can't be doing too bad. I figure if I turn around in like 3 months and go, man, I hate all this shit. What the fuck was I thinking? Well, then at least I have good titles to like pass on to people, you know. But I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I've listened to this shit nonstop, like every day. Like every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, I need a little break. I'll put on like a 12-inch by like a metal band or something, and I'll be like, okay, we're good. Yeah, that Mobb Deep was really good, man. So I might have shown this in the last one, actually. This Genius Jizza, the Liquid Swords. Yeah, it's small, man. It's a small collection, but yeah, it's kind of nuts. So yeah, Wu-Tang shit, man. It's fucking great. First Onyx is actually on its way to me. Now see, Onyx, that's another one where like my perception was skewed when I was like selling this shit, right? When then Onyx came out, with the title being Back to Fuck Up spelled the way it was, and like the way their faces were, and like the kids were coming and asking about that. I thought that was like another one of these kids ones, like, you know, a step up from like Criss Cross or like, you know, MC Hammer or something like that. So when I actually listened to it just like a couple weeks ago, I was like, God damn, man, this is awesome. First of all, it's awesome, but second of all, it's fucking vicious, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's some Biggie in here. There's a little Biggie over there, actually. I just started a new section for my fucking rap shit, which I still can't quite bring myself to call hip-hop because, I don't know, I'm just too fucking old. So, all right, who was talking about Cypress Hill before? Digging the hell out of this one. Yeah, I played this one once or twice already, man. So, yeah, we're getting ones I've played now, so... Punk is the name of metal is #1. That's funny. Really, on the Cypress Hill? That's awesome, man. I'm really digging the Cypress Hill. I don't know how far I want to go with this shit just yet, man. I'm still like learning, you know, but it's awesome. Hip hop has a DJ, rap doesn't. I've never heard that defined that way because I was like back in the day, I thought of Public Enemy as being rap, right? But like the DJ, Terminator X, fucking everything, you know. All right, looks like we have a disagreement. I'll look at Tone. I think Tone's the arbiter here. Here's Dr. Dre. I told you, man, he fucking won me over. First of all, look at him. You know, how could he not win me over? So, goddamn. All right, what's next? All right, anything that I've shown so far that I haven't cracked that I ought to? Like maybe... I don't know, I'm thinking Too Short. How about Too Short? No, DJ Quick. Hang on. Where the fuck is Mr. Quick? There he is. All right, here we go. We're cracking this one open. Shit. All right, Vinyl Richie's chiming in. Hip hop and rap are the same. Okay, here's my understanding, actually. Like, joking aside, is that hip hop is more like the whole culture, whereas rap is just the music. So, like, hip hop is the music and also, like, the dance and the graffiti and the more sort of the cultural milieu, whereas rap is just the music. So, I don't know if you could say that like rap is hip hop, but hip hop isn't necessarily rap. But you know, like the circle and the rectangle or the square and the rectangle thing. But that's kind of the sense that I get. So someone can correct me if I'm wrong. And y'all can like argue all you want to, but just let's be friends at the end of it. All right, I don't know about anyone else, but I was digging the Ultramagnetic MC's Critical Beatdown. Those motherfuckers beat me the fuck down, man. Especially those fucking gold chains. So good. All right, man. Quick is the name. Yeah, so since we're doing this all casual, I'll tell you something else. You want to know another reason I kind of hesitate to start showing this shit in a video? Is, this is not what I expected from this. I was expecting it to be a lot more dry and dark. This is way more party than I expected. Right on. Sorry, just catching up on the comments here. All right, cool. So anyway, this is awesome, man. This is so fucking good. All right, so yeah. So one reason I kind of hesitated to like show this shit off was because I don't know if any of you guys ever. I kind of hope you don't, but if any of them fuckers ever watched that like joke of a channel fucking Vinylize. I mean, I hate to talk shit, right? But that guy is a fucking tool. I mean, he even said in one of his early videos that, like, you know, what he's passionate about is making videos, and records are just like his hobby. I'm like, well, fuck you then. We're kind of not playing the same league then, you know what I mean? You're just kind of, you're a tool, and we're fucking serious over here as record collectors, you know? So, yeah, he made a video, though, early on where he was, like, showing the, that's funny, everyone agrees he's a tool. I mean, he's probably a nice guy, but he's a fucking tool, man. Oh, yeah, he did a fucking video early on. It was like, it was called like 70 records in 10 minutes or something like that. And he was like, hey, guys, I'm going to show my entire collection in 10 minutes. And he flips through and it's like 70 records. And I'm like, oh, fucking 70 records is your fucking collection. Ah, what a fucking laugh. You know what I mean? Like, if someone's cool about that, if I meet someone, like, socially who's like, yeah, I just started out about 70 records, I'm not going to be mean to him. But if someone's, like, showing it off like it's like, you know, hey, check it out, I've got 70 records. I'm like, dude, you don't know enough to know how stupid you are, you know? So Opportunistic. That's exactly what he is, Tone, and that's why I really resent him. I mean, I haven't said that, but that's kind of what it is. It's like, yeah, he's kind of a, I don't say parasite because that sounds so like Nazi to use a term like that, but it feels parasitic, you know. And there are a couple other people who are kind of closer to our deal, which I don't want to call out because I don't want to be a dick about anyone's friends. But I'll call another one out. That Too Many Records guy, the one who used to be Damn It Sandy. You know, like until his hot girlfriend, he like had a hot girlfriend in his videos until he got a whole bunch of subs, and then she wanders off, and now he just sits there and strokes himself over his dumbass collection. He can fuck off too, man. So, you know, there are lots of channels I don't like, but it's not like that. Yeah, everyone misses Sandy, dude. Everyone who watched. I'll tell you, though, I kind of resented the idea that I was being taken advantage of that way. You know, like there's Sandy's cleavage. I'm supposed to give a fuck about his silly records because of that. Man, I hate to say it, but it's like halfway to the point where if I hear a channel is from someone in LA, I want to stay away. You know, and obviously we have an example right here of why you shouldn't actually do that because Tone's in LA, right? But fucking these people, and they just seems like it's like they're using it to break into the biz or something. And it's like, man, I mean, I lived in LA for a while too. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that there, and I understand it on some level. But man, this is awesome. Also, not another one that I expected. First of all, Gangstar. Man, I was so fucking ignorant before. The Bossman recommended this to me. I thought Gangstar. Well, Vinyl Richie's way out somewhere. Actually, he's not. I don't think he's actually like in LA. He's well, it's a big state. Yeah, this was not what I expected, man. There's a lot sort of drier in that. I was expecting this to be more sort of like dancey based on I don't know what, man. Some impression I gotten somewhere. But the fucking yeah, Guru, man, just like sort of the monotone delivery, man. I fucking love it, you know. That's cool. I'll take your word for it, man. You know better. I know that Richie's from Bakersfield, and I wouldn't call Bakersfield LA. But you know, I don't know how far out he is now. If he's like, you know, he could be pretty far from where I used to live in LA and still be in LA. I do realize. So believe it or not, I never owned this one before. I used to have Yo Bum Rush the Show, and I had Fear for Black Planet. And I had Apocalypse 91, what was the subtitle? The Enemy Strikes Black or something like that. But I never had this one. It just sort of eluded me somehow back in the day. So, of course, this is the first one I grabbed, you know. That explains why Richie was going to Amoeba for Record Store Day, by the way. Because the idea of driving there all the way from Bakersfield or, like, near Bakersfield, that just seemed like... All right, Jazzmatazz, that's new to me. Cool. All right, so here's another one Montez suggested, my local guy, right? He was like, yeah, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, man. It's kind of weird, man. A lot of people don't like him. I was like, give me that right here. Now, a lot of people don't like it because he's too weird. Yeah, that one's coming home. Just hand that right over. And it's cool, man. First of all, right there, that picture, totally worth the price of the album. But this is just fucking good, man. It's eccentric and kind of weird, man. It's not as far out as I kind of got the sense of, you know. I would expect like The Residents or something like that. But this is just fucking, it just is what it is, man. I mean, you know, this is where I don't really have the language because I don't know this shit well enough. But it's just fucking good, man. So, Stetsasonic, man. I got to check that shit out, man. All right, this one, used to have this one. I haven't cracked this one yet, but I know this one's good because I used to have it. And there's another one that Boston recommended that just blew me away, man. Fucking Black Moon. These guys I had not heard of, and this record is so fucking good. If I were going to recommend like 5 that aren't like Public Enemy, or, you know, because someone says, hey, what are 5 records I should check out, right? you know, Paul's Boutique, fucking Takes a Nation of Millions, Straight Outta Compton. Okay, you get beyond that shit, this is right there up against their asses because this record is so good. I would put it against any of those. The only reason I would even put any of those other ones first is just because you've heard them talked about so much, you kind of need to know them, you know? Yeah. So what song, to us, Channel Zero and Slayer. Hey, speaking of, on Takes a Nation of Millions, man, there's one tune on there was built around Slayer. You know, another thing about getting into this shit so late is that I know the music a lot better than I would have if I gotten into this shit heavier when I was like 17, you know? I mean, I was heavily into music when I was 17. I had listened to a lot of records for a 17-year-old, but it's been almost 30 years since then, right? So now I listen to shit and I go, oh yeah, man, there's fucking this thing, and I don't catch every little sample. I don't want to like pretend that I'm just like this fucking god of like this shit, you know what I mean? But back then, okay, well, like back then the Pusher thing and on that Ice-T record that I showed, Power, with that Curtis Mayfield thing, that might have gone by me when I was like 16, 17, but that shit doesn't get by me now. So anyway, there's a tune on the It Takes a Nation of Millions is built around a Slayer riff from I want to say Altar of Sacrifice. Hilarious. Maybe it was Angel of Death. All right, let me put this shit back. Man, this is so easy going, this DJ. All right, so what else we got? Arrivals. This is fucking crazy, man. Like non-stop. Jungle Brothers. All right, man. I got a Jungle Brothers record. It did not click for me at all, okay? So I put it away. I'm going to come back to it in a day or two. Because like I said, we're at this stage in the process. If I don't dig a record, I'm assuming it's me. Now, give me 6 months, and I'll start being a little more opinionated. I'll start saying shit like, yeah, fuck those guys, man. They suck. You know what I mean? But it's like now, I'll do that with metal or, you know, rock or something like that where I have all this experience with it. But something like this, man, I don't fucking know. I'm probably the asshole if I don't like one of these guys, you know? I can't resist the album title like that, man. Music to Drive By. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, hey, Dots and Loops joined us, man. Welcome, dude. Really, that really early Ice-T. That's good to know. Okay. All right. So, dude, Schoolie D. Okay, I've listened to Schoolie D, but fucking yeah, I'm down with Schoolie D. I'm keeping an eye out for that shit. Compton's Most Wanted, though, man. Music to Drive By. Now, check this out. If this were a punk band, I probably would have passed on this one. Thanks, Punk Texas. That's exactly what it feels like, though. Like, I'm into music, and it's just expanding, you know? It's like all the shit. Okay, so check this out. You all know I'm sort of a connoisseur of covers. Okay, so Alcoholics, not that funny. Spelled wrong, also not that funny, okay? Then you look at it again and realize that it's all 40s. And now it's actually awesome. It's fucking just 40s. So yeah, I'm down with the Alcoholics, man. I also listened to a little piece this before I got it. I really thought it was good, so I'll check that one out. But yeah, fucking all 40s. Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. Big L was associated with someone too, wasn't he? I don't even remember. Was he like another one of Ice Cube's cousins or something like that? I didn't like lose the stream, did I here? Oh yeah, I guess you're doing okay. Shit. Alright, MC Breed. I've been seeing that record around, okay? That's like late 80s now, isn't it? Because I listened like a little piece, but I was like, okay. I was in the bathroom. And I was like, God, I want to listen to fucking pieces before I forget. So I listened to it on my phone, and like that's not like legit, you know? So I wasn't crazy about what I heard, but I got to reserve judgment. So MC Breed, you're saying check him out. Okay, it's good over 30 years ago. You know what else was good over 30 years ago? Fucking Duran Duran. All right, now I'm just being a dick. I'll check out MC Breed. Fucking alcoholics. God damn, man. Alright, MC Shy D is not on my radar at all. And if Tone's backing up Breed, I like the fact that he's from Flint. A cover of White Lines, no shit. Alright. So someone tell me, what band was he in? Or who was Big L associated with? Because I know there was something. Early Atlanta bass rap, MC Shy D. I'm not sure I follow, but you know something? I don't really hijack the whole thing. I'll like come bug you later too if I need to know. So I gotta say that Let 'Em Have It L is a good name for a song. And Shy D I'm gonna have to remember, man, because not on my radar. Okay, this is a little more conscious, I suppose. But Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Fucking Mecca and the Soul Brother. I just heard a little piece of this, loved it. You know, and that's what credit cards are for. So here we go. Eat shit, Google's going up for some dope shit. Yeah, Grandmaster Flash. You know something? Grandmaster Flash. I snagged a copy of that just because I found it cheap when I was sending away for some other shit. And I was like, that was a classic. I'll just grab it. And I was surprised at how I didn't like it. It just sounded kind of primitive and like super dated and just not really all that enjoyable. And it was kind of a bummer because like I always liked Grandmaster Flash. You know, I mean, I've got no beef with them. It's like I don't want to talk them down because again, it's probably me, right? I wasn't in the right headspace for 1982 rap as opposed to 1992 rap, right? But the funny thing is, if there was one tune on that record that I really dug, it was Scorpio, which is probably the most dated sounding tune on the whole fucking thing, you know? All right. Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Do you guys like Nice and Smooth? Because I listened to a piece of that and it kind of left me cold. Tell me if I missed some. That's interesting about the Furious Five with Melly Mel. Okay. All right, so this one actually, you know who turned me on to this record is Corey from Corey's VC channel. He left me a comment with this one. And this is one that I hadn't heard of before, E40, man. So I saw this at the shop, and I was immediately sold on that cover. Because look at how good that fucking cover is. I mean, my God. Look at that. I mean, that's... I don't know what to say. I mean, that's just ingenious. It's like the best fucking cover I've ever seen. Like, everything about this cover is perfect, you know? It's just hilarious. So... yeah. All right, yeah, I have. Oh, okay. Same Oakland lineage is too short. There we go. All right, so cool. I really like checking out the Oakland shit because I have my own sort of San Francisco roots. I kind of dig that, but Oakland is where you'd expect the rap to come from, not San Francisco. Not that San Francisco doesn't have his own shit going on, because it does, but north of Oakland. It's not Richmond, is it? Do you happen to know right off, Tone? Is it just north of Oakland? I want to say that's Richmond or maybe Pittsburgh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because I was reading about someone, maybe it was Spice One, but someone was from Hayward. And it's funny because the thing I was reading, they referred to it as a suburb of Oakland, and it's like, thinking of Hayward as a suburb of anything, it doesn't really evoke the same mental image as the word suburb. Hayward doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I guess maybe technically, so. All right, so E40 from Richmond, right on, yeah. So here we go. Who was talking about this before? Nothing good ever came from Hayward. All right, Mr. Paul here, Lord Doomball. He and I lived in San Francisco at the same time, so he might say some shit like that to poke me a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Spice One's from Hayward. So there we go. I haven't listened to Spice One yet. It could be that Paul's right and Spice One just sucks. God, sorry about the nose thing. I haven't fucking shaved, man. It was driving me nuts, dude. All right, let's check that shit out, though, man. I mean, that's fucking good, man. Look at that. I don't know how I feel about this reggae business, by the way. Okay, I'm okay with, like, the easygoing thing, but I think I listen to a lot of reggae. And so this DJ Quick doing reggae, okay, so. Oh, Spice One is just collectible. I know that there's a reissue of it coming. I was going to grab that. I'm not going to grab any of that. I'm not going to pay money for this shit. Well, okay, beyond a very certain limited point. All right, cool. I just catch some of the comments. Yeah, this so good, man. And this fucking name is Old Dirty Bastards. I know, kind of the funniest thing is he doesn't really look that old. He kind of looks like a young dirty bastard who actually just had a shower. But it's okay. I'll play along, man. Fucking old dirty bastard. And here's another one the Bossman told me about. He gave me a big fucking list, man, and I grabbed most of them, man. Fucking, wonder if the Grown Man Record Night guys are still on. Probably not, man. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, just having a peek. All right, there we go. So, yeah. Old dirty bastard sucks. All right, how about Method Man? Am I going to like this one? Tickle. Kanye West's Lift Yourself. I'm really wary of Kanye, man. There we go. Awesome, dude. Fucking tone's coming through, man. It's fire. Now, I'll tell you, when I was at my place, all right, when I went to my shop here and I was talking with my man Montez, he was saying that I picked this one up. And he was like, dude, if you're going to get a Wu-Tang one, you know, in addition to like fucking 36 Chambers, but like if you're going to get one by a Wu-Tang guy, what you need first is fucking Liquid Swords record. So I ended up grabbing that one instead. Was that a mistake? Or should I grab this one first? Not that it really matters now, but I'm just curious. Kanye's albums are great, huh? Yeah, it could be, man. I have a hard time with Kiss, too, though, you know? Kind of that. Ghostface Killer. All right, I don't have any of his. So I'll keep some out. Which one should I start with? Iron Man? No, got Ghostface seconded right there. I got a couple more metal ones here in the meantime. Here's a Dutch one. Another band called Attila, because I didn't already have enough. I only had like 2. I think I have 3 now. Power Mad. I mean, come on. How am I going to pass on that? You know? Nasty Metal knows the Dutch Attila, right on. All right, how about the Second Attacker, man? I've never heard this before. I liked the first one a lot. Battle for Helm's Deep, but that one I've never heard. All right, let me put this over here. All right, what's next? Method Man? I'm thinking Method Man is next because Tone was using a lot of capitals when he was on Battle for Balls Deep. Yeah, I have that Power Mat on the Combat Boot Camp series, actually. So that one was kind of a safe buy. I actually double-checked because I thought it might be the same thing, just repackaged. But, yeah. Hey, so Tone, I'm thinking Method Man. You still on, man? Should we go for something else? Ghost Dini. Billy Woods. All right. All right, cool. Method. Here we go. I'm going to take off DJ quick here, man. Shit. There we go. Man, I'm really curious now. All right, some nice heavy vinyl I'm feeling on that one. Here we go. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, man. Fucking pictures of an exhibition.
I'd like to try it. Let's begin.
See, some of these guys are a little heavy on the samples for I normally go for, man, but it just works for me. I don't know, man. If I get a sense of this one, I'll show for anyone who didn't see my Corrosia Metalla record before. Poopy D Scoop video loop. All right, I'll do that. I'll check that. Just going to show this off to anyone who missed it. It's my Corrosia Metalla record. You want to see what kind of shape it's in? Fuck! I busted this out. I was like, that doesn't look too bad. I can play it. Jesus! Oh, well. Dude, this is intense, man. It's intense and like laid back at the same time. It's like it's a VG plus. It's a South American VG plus. I think it was the mail that did that, by the way. I don't think the person actually sent it to me like that. And there were two records, and the other one, which was the one I cared about more, was actually fine. So I don't really give a shit. It's just funny, you know. I mean, it's a funny cover, too, you know. But, yeah, I didn't get to check out Corrosia Metalla. Yeah, so you want to see some more rap records? There's a little shit on the bottom of this thing here, man. Yeah, we've gone through most of them, but there are a few left. Jay, want me to go through the rest of the rap records? Let me take it easy. Actually, I'm gonna put this fucking brisket away too. I'm gonna forget about it. Okay, so this is pretty much the last song. I am trying, Paul, to balance East and West Coast because it really depends. I mean, overall, I'm probably leaning East Coast, but I really like the gangster stuff specifically from LA. The Bay Area stuff, I really feel like I know about this much about at this point. Even though I have some shit here, I haven't listened to most of it yet, let alone digested it. So this is really just like a record porn video, you know? Like, y'all are telling me more than I'm telling you. All right, no comment necessary, I don't think. Except that this is a fantastic cover. Yeah, the back, whatever, but yeah, there it is indeed. All right. Still working on this one, or it's working on me. Thought it was kind of boring. Gonna bust it back out again in a few days, maybe a week or two. Give it another shot. Because I know that Tribe Called Quest was a big deal, right? There's another one that my Montez here locally told me to pretty much insisted that I check out. It was like, you got to take this one. And I got to say, man, I mean, this is a pretty goofy fucking record, you know? But it's good, man. You want to know another one, actually? He told me, I didn't buy this one, but another one that he said I really need to check out, because as goofy as it is, it's really great, is the fucking DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, with like parents just don't understand and shit. He was like, this is everything you actually want in one of these records, man. You have your DJ, you have your MC, and they fucking just work great together. And he was right, man. I listened to that thing, and I was like, this is a really good record, man. So, yeah, Slick Rick, though, man, this is pretty good. I only played this one once. I was digging it, right? Yeah, that's funny. See, some like DJ Jazzy Jeff, I never would have bothered with a record like that, you know? That's why I need someone to steer me a little bit, you know? Which is why I've been saying shit like, hey, tell me what's good. This is fucking good. Southern Playalistic Cadillac music. Fucking Outcast. I'm finding myself wanting to check out as much of the Southern shit as I can, too, by the way. I think living in the South is probably a big part of that, but, yeah, Too Short. I actually showed Too Short before you joined us. I have a copy of Life is Too Short, which I actually haven't cracked yet, so. But I'm on my way to knowing Too Short. God, Dougie Fresh. Where have I heard of Dougie Fresh? Someone was asking about this earlier. Fucking Biggie. You know, this record, maybe more than any other, I was struck by how the writing was more impressive to me than the actual rapping. Like, it was put together well, you know. There was enough, like, musical stuff to keep it interesting. And as a rapper, he was delivering the shit, you know, more than adequately. He was delivering the shit very well, right? But it was really the writing that was really driving this thing. And this is saying a lot from me not being much of a lyrics guy, you know? A lot of these guys don't really give a shit about the thing. I mean, I haven't listened to a fucking thing that Method Man's been saying. I'm just digging the color of it, you know what I mean, and all that. This one was really more, the storytelling was really superior on this record, I thought. So, yeah, so me and Biggie we're okay. All right, this might be a little cornball, but I love these guys, and I love Charlie Tuna. Tone, I appreciate that, and I will take you up on that. Absolutely, okay? Thank you. Yeah, totally, man. Reach out to me anytime. I'm trying to think of like how I could like sort of secretly get it to you right now, but you know, there's no one in here where I would mind if they had my phone number or whatever. But who the fuck knows who's gonna watch this later, right? So, yeah. All right, man. Jurassic 5. It's a little late for me, but you know something? I fucking love Charlie Tuna, and I like this record a lot. Anyway, I mean, they're just a good group. It took me a while to get the head around the unison rapping thing. You know, the idea of like, I mean, it's like a rapping choir almost, you know, but it's just fucking good, man. You know, I just, you know, again, it was like, I listened to it, I was like, man, this is kind of stupid. And I was like, no, it's probably me. So let me listen to it again. And I was like, shit, man. Yeah, I got the UGK. I thought I showed one at the beginning of this, man. There's one sitting around here. Oh yeah, I used to work with a guy. This is a long time ago. It was actually about the time I met Doom Paul. Actually, it was like 2005, the end of 2005, early 2006. I was working really closely with a guy who was really into Jurassic 5, and of course, this is one of those stories where like the moral of the story is I could kind of dig it a little bit for what it was or what it sounded like to me, but he was actually right because he was like hip to that shit and all over it, and I wasn't. Okay. But he liked like Jurassic 5, like to go back to the story a little bit. He liked that shit, and he liked all this other shit that was like sort of dancey shit and like fucking just kind of like poppy, sort of like club type music, you know what I mean? And one time I was like, dude, you know something, man, you have really gay taste in music, you know? And he was like, no, man, it's not gay. Like gay guys, it's like I don't like show tunes and shit like that. I was like, no, man. I've been living in the Castro, and I had been living in the Castro for a while. I was like, there's that gay music, right, which is like that kind of shit, and like Frankie Goes to Hollywood and whatever else, which is like the stereotype shit. But like the shit that you like is the shit that actual gay men really just listen to for pleasure. And he was so pissed. I was like, dude, what's wrong, man? Who cares? You know, nobody cares if you're gay, right? If you'd asked him point blank, he'd been fine, but he was really pissed about that. It was actually really funny. I was kind of proud of that. Even though it's kind of a dick move, but it was fucking true, man. The gayest fucking taste. For a straight guy, he had the gayest taste I ever came across. But he was completely fucking right about Jurassic 5. All right, this one came up earlier, too. First Jungle Brothers. Didn't really think much of it. I was doing something else while I was listening to it. I'm going to pull it back out and give another chance because it's probably me. This one, I actually know pretty well because I used to have this one, and this is not a new record to me. I do think that picture is probably the best thing about the record, except maybe for the song Scorpio, which is awesome. But, man, if I only owe this just sort of pay respects to the origins, that's fine, you know? All right, this one I love. Fucking Ghetto Boys, man. And this reissue is all cheap, like fucking pixelated and shit. I love this record, man. It is so fucking good. And you know, it's funny because like I showed this to a friend of mine. He was like, it's 10 out of 10, the cover. And I was like, you know something? It is, but the real masterstroke is the fucking pork pie hats that they're wearing. Like, that's just like, it's a great cover anyway on so many levels. This is actually one where I remember it. I like remember seeing this. I was like, Jesus Christ, you know? When I was working at the record store, I saw it on tape. I was like, Jesus, you know? And so I went and like investigated it, and man, this is so fucking good. You can actually cut a couple tracks off, so I don't even give a shit, man. It's kind of a shit. Man, fucking Fuck a War is great. It's like smart. Fucking I'm Not a Gentleman is just funny. Not as funny though as Gotta Let Your Nuts Hang. Fucking yeah, dude. Fucking. And yeah, I was gonna check out Scarface solo one of these days, so. Yeah, Bushwick Bill, man. So that's the thing, is like Scarface, I know, like, I don't know, man, Scarface kind of seems crazier. But Bushwick Bill, I mean, my God, dude. How can you argue with that? And this is the last one, man. Nothing to say about that one that hasn't already been said, right? Except that, you know, so when I was listening to it, I'd forgotten about the part where all the music comes out and you just hear the bong hit. So that kind of made me laugh all over again, you know? All right, so that's what I've got. Awesome.
One of this shit, son. One of this shit. What's up, Watch? What's up, nigga?
Poopity scoop. All right, I'm gonna make a fucking note of that right now. And then I'm probably gonna hang it up kind of soon because it's getting a little bit late. I can actually sleep a little bit tomorrow because I have jury duty tomorrow, which is kind of funny, but I usually go in earlier than that. But that said, I have to decompress for a little while because I get all like all jazzed when I'm making videos and shit. So yeah, fucking jury duty. It's funny. I don't think there's a chance in hell they're gonna call me. But because it just kind of doesn't happen, you know. Yeah. The guilty shirt. Going with a shirt that says guilty is what Paul says. You know, I'll say it works just as well if it comes out that like I'm basically always opposed to the death penalty no matter what. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not too stressed about it. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is like with my work schedule. Fuck it, man. That's not interesting. I'll just say that if it were next week, it would be more convenient than this week. But you know something? I'm fortunate enough to have a job where it's not a big deal and we're cool, and I'm grateful for that because I've had shitty jobs and shitty bosses before, and that's not the position I'm in right now. So, you know, it's no big deal. I probably won't get called. I'll probably just sit around, call in for the rest of the week, and that'll be that. And that's it. So, I'm surprised you only got it once, meat, unless you're a lot younger than I realized. I've gotten called. This is my second time since I've lived in South Carolina, which is 6 years now. The first time, though, I just had to like call in, and that was it, really. This time I actually have to go in, but they've done it different ways. I had to go in San Francisco a couple times. In LA, they actually had a really smart system where I don't know exactly how they work it administratively, but basically you have to go in for a day as opposed to like the calling in for 2 weeks shit. You have to go in for one day, but if they don't take you that one day, you're done. So, hey, Papa Joe, man, welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I remember when I was 33 too, by the way. Vaguely. All right. I remember when you were 33, man. All right. Well, I think I'm going to hang it up. Kick back for a little while. Maybe play a little Nintendo. In fact, you want to see something? Check this out. See that red light that's on my Nintendo over there? Yes, I left that fucking shit on when I was playing it earlier. So I think I'm going to get back to that for a little bit. And then retire. So thanks for watching, everyone. It's always fun. I wasn't sure what the hell I was going to talk about this time, but sure enough, just going organic, and it's a blast, man. I really feel fortunate to have such a great group of people who like will join in and just sort of hang out and chat like this, you know. And I can sit here and fucking play the clown or whatever, but y'all teach me as much as I think I teach anyone else. So it's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. Thanks a lot. And that's it. Talk to you soon.